Hello, my wonderful Geminis. I hope you all are doing amazing. Today, I'm going to be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle, and we can just clarify those existing energies with tarot. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, so transmission, perception, and communication. This is your first card here. Also, the number 22, Gemini. So it could be that there is, questions surrounding how you guys are going to master some sort of stability or how you're going to build on a stable foundation, where areas you may feel like in the past, this connection wasn't at a stable space or it wasn't as stable as it can be, right? I do feel like there are a lot of thoughts crossing your person's mind when it comes to your perception on this bond here. And interestingly enough, the card says communication, and we are in a no communication read. So that lets me know that there can be unexpected communication, or I'm picking up on telepathic communication, thinking about each other, feeling each other's emotions, even though you're not physically there. Okay, many of you are moving from one state to another, and I'm talking about like mental state of mind. So either you don't view the situation how you once did, or you are in an energy of rising above, right? A particular thought or a particular emotion that you feel like is weighing you down. Okay. Deep emotions, unknown feelings, and past life influences. So, off the bat here with the first two cards, Gemini, I can tell that this is a very, very potent bond, okay? And I mean that in a sense of it's almost like the emotions are so deep they start to feel unfamiliar. And by that, I mean that your person feels like they have not felt like this about anyone else. This is someone who's not comfortable with being vulnerable, or they're exploring their emotions, but they're not able to explore the depths of their emotions, right? When it comes to unknown feelings, it's almost like, of course, it could be past emotions resurfacing, but it's very new to this person, right? Like they're not comfortable being vulnerable, they're not comfortable expressing their emotions. And more than anything, I feel like this is someone, right, Gemini, who is not able to fathom their emotions on their own. And this could be why there is a lack of communication right now. There is a lack of expression right now, right? If that makes sense. Past life influences. You guys could definitely feel like this is a past life connection here. There's something very nostalgic about this bond. When you guys met, maybe it felt like you guys have already met before, right? So you guys hit it off very well. And it's almost like this energy of your person trying to understand the emotions that they have for you. Like, why do I feel the way that I do? Or I've never felt this strongly about anyone. And so why is that the case with Gemini? It's someone who's trying to understand their emotions. But again, they feel like they are in some sort of a pickle here when it comes to actually fathoming these emotions and then, expressing them to you. Okay, let's see. Go with the flow, letting go, cleansing, and receiving. So letting go of thoughts that no longer serve you, rising above a situation is what I see, or you're just letting go of things that weigh you down. Many of you, this card talks about being in the middle of essentially trying to release control, but also gaining some sort of control. So maybe some days you feel like it's better to just go with the flow of things, and other days you're like, no, this is getting a bit too overwhelming and I need to take control of my emotions. Or it's almost like this bond is so potent here, Gemini, that it can get out of hand. It can, or it can get very overwhelming. Once you really start to think about it, once you really start to feel your emotions, you feel like if you're not in control of your emotions, or you don't keep your emotions intact, it can become very scattered. Or in other words, it can become very overwhelming. Okay. Alrighty, guys, so bottom of the deck here, we have the Knight of Swords. So this person could be coming in very unexpectedly to communicate to you that there's some sort of change that they want to take place here. This could be internal change as well, because essentially the Judgment talks about leaving, behind an old way of thinking or being in order to attain something new. Exactly what I said. Behind that, we have the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups is someone with a lot of emotions, except they're not comfortable with expressing them. No, I wouldn't say comfortable, but they don't wear their emotions on their sleeve. They're someone who's a bit, they need to know everything before they entirely invest their emotions into a situation. So this is how you can view your person. And again, you feel like this is not someone who easily expresses their emotions to you. As we split the deck here, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so a lot of mental entrapment, feeling that you are imprisoned in one way or another when it comes to your thoughts. I feel like the Eight of Swords, it's also this energy of going in circles, right? So it's like feeling very attached to a situation, but not necessarily knowing the outcome, not necessarily knowing the solution. Okay, so wanting to solve something, but not necessarily knowing how to go about it. Okay, perception, communication. Yeah, Six of Swords, trying to move closer to you is what I see here, Gemini. And it's like, wanting to close some sort of emotional gap, but the blockage here seems to be actually getting to the point where you guys are speaking about the emotions. So I think that there's a lot of maybe suppressing emotions or kind of just thinking about each other, feeling the emotions behind the scenes. But when it comes to having that heart-to-heart conversation, it seems that one party is a little bit more closed off than the other. That's what I'm picking up on. And again, guys, I feel like this is someone who doesn't want to argue. They don't want to put up a fight. They just want to go back to when things were smooth sailing. And it also lets me know that this could have been a bond where everything was fine until it came to getting things off the ground or taking things to the next step. You may have felt like, okay, I definitely feel the emotions here. I know that we both care about each other. But when it came to actually talking about the emotions or verbalizing them, you may have felt that you were a little bit more open about your emotions than this person was. And it's not to say that they didn't have the same emotions for you. It's just, again, they were not comfortable expressing their emotions. I just feel like there was a lack of expression here because there was discomfort with the intensity of their emotions. That's what I'm picking up on. This person could wonder if you're moving away, if you're relocating. If it's not about relocating, they could just be wondering if you're moving away from, the situation, or if you're moving away from them as a whole here, if your feelings have changed, that sort of thing. Hermit. So some of you may be involved with the Virgo here, but I do see that this is someone who's in a period of solitude and they are thinking about their emotions. They are really trying to figure out the whys, and anything that they have been running from, they feel like it's coming full circle, where it's like they have no choice, right? They have to deal with it. They feel like they can no longer avoid it. I feel like for many of you with the Hermit card, it could also be this energy of being, in a period of solitude and then, facing the emotions at hand, but still not coming to some sort of conclusion. Or there is a party here who still feels like they need more time alone when it comes to critical thinking, when it comes to thinking about their emotions. Queen of Cups, yeah. And we did see the King of Cups, so you guys are definitely a true pair match, It just seems that it's very repetitive here, but it seems that both of you feel the emotions, but one party here is lacking in the expression department, right? Being open about those emotions. Someone here could be sabotaging this connection, or they're in their own way, in a sense of they tell themselves that it's going to be a negative outcome, or they tell themselves that their emotions are not valid, or they try to justify their emotions here. Okay, someone has a lot of trouble expressing is what I see. And then there's a party here who wants to bring the emotions to the forefront. They want to have a heart-to-heart conversation, but the party that's willing to be open, the reason why they're choosing not to be open is because they feel like it's not going to be reciprocated, right? They feel like they're going to be the only one who is being open about their emotions, about the future, about their goals, that sort of thing. Okay, Six of Swords. Yeah, guys, High Priestess. A lot of secrecy here. Two of Swords, Tower. So you could have asked this person to make a decision or clearly communicate what they desired from this connection here. Eight of Wands again, so it could be communication coming in, but I feel like with the High Priestess, this person chooses to be secretive, and it's someone who's very, intuitive. It's someone who's emotionally intelligent, but again, they don't always express how they feel. And I feel like that's the main blockage, because most of your cards are saying the same thing here. Six of Swords. Yeah, Judgment. They're wanting to do something different. They're wanting to leave behind an old pattern of thinking. Their old pattern of thinking, generic example, could be, emotions are a sign of weakness. Or if I express my emotions to Gemini, then, they're not going to receive it in the same manner that I want them to. But now they're trying to leave that behind, and they're going within, because the next card is the Hermit card, and they're trying to figure out how to be expressive with you, how to be open with you. For some reason, I feel like many of you communicated to this person that, hey, like communication, expression, it's a big deal to me. Maybe for some of you it's a deal breaker, but again, like this person is trying to meet you at your level. They're trying to become more comfortable with their emotions, because as much as they want to express their emotions to you, they have to be comfortable with them, with their emotions on their own, before they think about how to verbalize it to you. Does that make sense, Gemini? So I do feel like this person is trying to do things differently. They're trying to let go of, things that no longer serve them. But mainly, I feel like it's like a mental energy, because it's clarifying the Six of Swords. So someone who's trying to let go of a thinking pattern, someone who's trying to let go of a sabotaging mentality. This is someone who may even tell themselves that you're not interested, or you have your back turned towards them. This is how they feel. It doesn't make it true, but there you go, Ace of Swords, wanting to bring forth some sort of clarity here. It's almost like your person here could be attached to something that's a part of their old life that they are not even really fond of anymore, but they're sticking to it because it feels comfortable, because it feels like home, because a Judgment talks about leaving your comfort zone. And we see the Four of Cups, which could sometimes speak about losing your taste for something, but still sticking by it, right? Or being upset that you've lost your taste for something, but you're not moving forward from it, right? So I just feel like your person knows their thoughts aren't serving them. They know this old way of being is not serving them, but they're having a hard time letting it go. Why? Because it feels like home. It feels comfortable. It's going to take more in them to leave their comfort zone. So we have it in the upright, so it's something that they want to do. And again, Ace of Swords, bring forward some sort of clarity here. Hermit. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. There is this energy mutually between the both of you of holding back. So it's like, as much as you guys are thinking about each other, you're being enlightened by a lot at this time. Look at this, guys. Four of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. Yeah. This is like this person wanting to reconcile with you, move to a higher level of commitment, wanting to apologize for their past mistakes here. But with that Four of Pentacles, it's like this person is in a mentality of lack. Like, of course, this card could talk about a lack of stability, but if it's not pertaining to finances, how I see it, correlating with your other cards here, is someone who's in a mentality of lack. Like, this person may have a habit of telling themselves that things are not going to work out, or that they don't have enough to offer you what you deserve, or what they say to you won't be enough. But it doesn't make it true. It's just what this person is telling themselves, right? So it's like a state of mind that your person is in that they're trying to come out of. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. It's almost like some of you feel this person would rather spy on you, or attain information about you, but not necessarily through you, instead of just coming forward. Queen of Cups, it's like an energy, the next card, of like being open. I'm open to nurture this connection. I'm open to talk about the emotions. But if you're constantly holding back, right? Or if you're constantly wanting to know about me, but you can't be direct with me, I don't know where to direct my emotions. I don't know where the conversation is going to start. Right? So again, one party here is more open with their emotions than the opposing is. But the funny part about it is both of you feel the same way, right? It's just one of you are more comfortable expressing it. Okay, Queen of Cups. Very straightforward message here, Gemini. I feel like the only blockage is a lack of expression. I do see that. And someone needing to leave an old way of thinking or being behind, and a habit of telling themselves that they're not worthy or that things are not going to work in their way. So pretty much like it could be that, you know, energies are fluid, so they're subject to change, but it could be that right now your person is more in like a pessimistic mentality, right? Queen of Cups. And I think your person here, because I just viewed the Eight of Cups here, you know, they're more focused on Seven of Swords. So they're more focused on the fact that there was a separation and why things ended, as opposed to how can I alter things. And when they think about how they can fix things, they get overwhelmed because they know that the emotions are still here, but they don't know if they can reverse the effects of, you know, the separation. Seven of Swords could have been, you know, deceptive behavior in the past, could have been dishonesty, right? But it seems, Gemini, that for some of you, it's this energy of why can't you be upfront about the things that you've done? So, you know, generic example, if this person was dishonest, what made it worse was the fact that they didn't explain themselves. So this is someone, if they got caught red-handed or you confronted them about something, they found it easier to avoid the situation and leave. This is someone who avoids the situation, leaves, but then they just sit there and they think about it. It's not that it left their mind, right? I don't see this individual as a nonchalant individual, although I see that they may wear a mask that's very nonchalant. That's what the cards are telling me. And as far as the Seven of Swords goes, again, like some of you just want this person to be upfront. If there's some sort of honesty that you're waiting on, you want it to happen, you know, as soon as possible here. So let's see if we can clarify the Seven of Swords. It's almost like some of you are now looking at the situation and you're wondering if you were being too nurturing or if you were, you know, letting things slide here. Strength, another card of holding back, right? That's the issue, Gemini. Like, I don't want to sound too repetitive, but all the cards are pretty much telling me the same thing. There's this energy of your person wanting to come forward, be honest with you, but then they always hold back from it because there's this fear of how you would respond. There's this fear of just letting go of an old way of thinking and being. Like, you know, if their behavior was dishonest in the past, they know that they need to let go of that in order to come forward. But what they're attached to feels like home to them. So it's someone who's having some sort of difficulty coming out of their comfort zone. Does that make sense? So with the Strength card, let's see. Some of you may be involved with the Leo. Okay, so Two of Swords and the High Priest. Wow, I can't make it up, guys. Thinking about you in silence, right? But they, like, this is someone who goes back and forth in their mind all the time. It probably even drives them up a wall with that Two of Swords energy. But they're refusing to see what the blockage is. They may know that they need to let go of something, but they don't have clear intentions with what they need to change right now. Because the Two of Swords could also be like a blindfolded energy, if you will. High Priestess, some of you may be involved with the Piscean here, but it just talks about someone who is making plans and they have some sort of faith that things will work out. They feel very connected to you emotionally, but again, they're having a hard time when it comes to the expression. They're having a hard time when it comes to communicating. That's what I see. So my wonderful Geminis, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.